Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's show. My name is Michelle Marie, and I am both a Vedic astrologer as well as Western and a tarot and oracle card reader. And before we get into tonight's readings, I want to get into our astrology update. Now, this is not a casual astrology update because, as you all know, and I've been preaching this from the mountaintops, we have an eclipse tomorrow and also on March 3rd. So I'm preparing you all for that. Now, the upcoming eclipses are expected to challenge the illusion of stability, especially among Western elites. This is going to reveal a lot of deeper issues within their empire. So these cosmic events, they highlight cracks that are coming through in the system, and it's going to mark an irreversible transformation that is going to require societies throughout the world to face realities and adjust to the global changes that are coming. So what we are witnessing right now is very much, it's politically driven, socially driven, and also psychologically driven. And what Vedic astrology calls what is happening is an exhaustion of adharmic power. So what does this mean? Let me go into first the United States Pluto return, and I have a chart you guys can look at. So the United States, I'm back here, completed its Pluto return in 2024. That's a cycle that happens every 248 years. The same cycle that marked the birth of the nation in 1776. Now, Pluto returns are not about reform. They're about exposure, they're about decay, and they're about irreversible transformation. So that's kind of what we're seeing coming our way. Now, I also want to talk about the solar eclipse that we had in Ravati, and that was in April 8th of 2024. Now, this is a big one. I'm going to show it to you. Here it is. Now, this is the star of nourishment. This happened April 8th, 2024. It cut across the southern and northeastern United States, and something hidden came into public awareness, Project 2025, because what do eclipses do? They reveal secrets. So since 2024, various U.S. policies have reflected Project 2025's themes: expanding executive power, increasing political control over civil service, easing corporate regulations, restricting reproductive and LGBTQ+ rights, tightening border enforcement, reducing agency autonomy. And these actions consolidate power and roll back those beautiful New Deal norms that were consistent with the Project 2025 framework. So we are pulling all of those things out of the ether, and it's not looking great. So in Vedic astrology, these eclipses reveal what was never meant to remain hidden. It's all out in the open. So since this eclipse, we have watched our statues, our policies, our ideological frameworks quietly roll out for Project 2025. If you've been paying attention to the news, it's been a little louder. And it's often faster than we can really process because it's just every day it's something new. So this is textbook eclipse behavior, especially after a major Pluto return. So where is this next eclipse happening? It is on February 17th. Let me see if I can get the card in there. It is in Dhanishta Nakshatra. This is the February 17th annular solar eclipse. And it's in Aquarius, sidereal, and it activates the United States 9th and 3rd house axis. This axis was first triggered by the eclipses in September of 2025. And this occurs just a few degrees from the United States moon. And let me show you that. So this axis here, you can see the United States charts up here. Here's the eclipse chart. You can see how it's activating. This is law, ideology, belief systems in that 9th house. Then in the 3rd house, we have media, journalism, podcasters, digital voices, people that are speaking out. Okay, that's the voice of the collective. So when people ask, why does it feel like journalists and YouTubers and independent voices are under pressure? This is why. So attempts to control speech under the guise of order is under play, especially moving forward since the September eclipses into the 2026 eclipses. And if you are a content creator, especially if you are based in the United States, I'm in Mexico, so my channel's here. This is a very practical moment for you to safeguard your work. Back up your videos, protect your assets, understand that Aquarius eclipses are not sentimental, they're surgical. Okay, they're the air sign that's kind of like Spock, King of Swords. Okay, so pay attention to what's going on and you'll be okay. Now, let's talk about the Aquarius Leo axis. Those are the signs that this is taking place under. That is the collective versus the kings. And let me show you that. So we have Leo, that's here, okay? That's where Ketu, the South Node, is transiting. That represents leaders, elites, figureheads, legacy, power. Ketu does not protect reputation. It cuts it off because Ketu is headless, okay, like me right now. We last experienced these coming eclipses in 2008, and that's when the financial collapse widened these generational divides. Now, the boomers, some of them, recovered thanks to their asset ownership, but millennials, some Gen Xers, and especially Gen Z faced a lot of stagnant wages, debt, and they lost their mobility in the economy, especially in the United States. Now, as a Zennial, I saw firsthand the collapse of the middle class. I got my master's degree in 2006. I had been working all the way up until that point, so I was still active part of society, but I went into that big W-2 government job with all the benefits. And by 2008, it was like, bye. I managed to keep my job for 2 years, but we watched half of the teachers in Washington State get laid off that year. It was intense. So there's a lot of firsthand experience that I have seeing the altered opportunity, trust, and generational, perspective from societal collapse, which makes it easier for me to kind of research this and share it with you. Now let's talk more about what the coming eclipse looks like. Now this again is in Dhanishta. This is a beautiful star of wealth, power, sound, rhythm. It's a very, you see the drum here and the flutes and the dancers. It's about sound and rhythm. It represents musicians, media figures, those whose voice can reach the masses. Now, this is why there's artists and public figures, and they're going to suddenly start to face scrutiny over ownership of their work, contracts, and a lot of creative control, as well as speech and political pressure about what they're sharing through their music, through their media. Now, I found the perfect celebrity to highlight for Dhanishta and what's coming. Here is Bad Bunny. Now, his chart is heavily activated this year. Look at that. Those are all of the planets getting affected by the eclipse, guys. Oh my goodness. So with Moon and Mercury in Dhanishta Nakshatra and multiple Aquarius placements under this eclipse pressure, he is likely to appear more in the headlines, not as a punishment, but as a mirror to the larger forces that are testing creative sovereignty. Other celebrities are going to include Jessica Alba, Paris Hilton, Woody Allen, Morgan Freeman, Michael Jordan, Axl Rose, as well as Victoria Beckham. And they might be resurfacing a lot of things about the late Princess Diana as well, because she has some strong planets here too. Countries with a lot of strong planets here is also Argentina. So that's what we can expect to see in some of the newsreels coming up. Now, know that when empires start to destabilize, that artists are never neutral. They're either one way or the other. They're silenced or they're revealed as truth carriers. So that's what we're going to kind of see rolling out in 2026 as these eclipses hit. Again, we have one tomorrow on the 17th. We have one on March 3rd. We have another on August 12th. And then we have the last one, I believe, August 27th. So those are the ones that are coming our way. Now, I also recently visited the baths of Moctezuma here in Mexico City, and I researched Mexico's Pluto return in 1520. Who's Moctezuma? He is the last ruler of the Aztec Empire, and it was before it collapsed under Spanish conquest, so that was their own Pluto return. So here is him in one of the areas there. And so the last emperor, Moctezuma II, ruled during a period where ritual sacrifice had escalated beyond ritual into mass bloodshed. Historically, when sacrifice becomes so compulsive, it signals a loss of dharma that tends to point to the end of a civilization. So this pattern repeats across civilizations. So this is the late Aztec Empire. So they did a lot of ritual sacrifice. It intensified, and it eventually led to the collapse. Okay. Additionally, I looked across multiple empires. Another one I looked into was the late Roman Empire. And as you can see here, they did a lot of trafficking, cruelty, spectacle, like the gladiators, etc. They also did human sacrifice toward the end, led to a collapse. Then I also looked into China because they've been around for thousands of years and they just have the history behind it is just fascinating. And I realized that there are certain dynasties in ancient China which led to human sacrifice. It led to a complete wipeout of dynasty. And then I looked into pre-colonial European regimes such as the Celts, the Druids, etc. Guess what? Extreme abuses of power, including human sacrifice, and that led to a revolution and a complete takeover, retakeover by the people and new leadership. Okay, so in Vedic terms, when Rajas, which is very passionate, and Tamas, which is very ignorant, overpowers Sattva, which is purity, democracy, all of the things that keep a society whole, start to overcome those things. Karma can no longer be delayed and things start to step up. So Pluto returns do not really destroy societies. They destroy the legitimacy of those who have violated cosmic law. And unfortunately, because of that, Project 2025, especially in the United States, is going to come in as the savior for morality and goodness and Christ-like behavior and getting back to the basics, okay? So that's something I've been kind of sharing. And I was talking to Helen before the show, we were both yelling it from the rooftops. But one thing that it's really important to know is that no power on earth, from what all of these empires, and I've researched many of them, none of them can obstruct the working law of karma. And that is when the egoism of the elites reaches such a climax that nature itself applies the brake. It starts to break those institutions down. So this is very crucial given to what we're working into right now. So after this eclipse, you might see some disturbing allegations that go just beyond SA and trafficking. They could lead to some of the things that I just mentioned, ritual sacrifice, things like that are coming out of the elites. When that happens, try to remain calm. Know that these leaks and investigations in the news cycle involving elites and abuse are going to be inevitable, especially given this karmic axis. And astrology does not ask us to centralize these unverified or verified claims. It does ask us to recognize patterns. So when secrecy, exploitation, moral decay, when they concentrate at the top, the collapse will follow and it'll be taken over by something else. So if wrongdoing is real, know that karma never misses its mark, even if the human systems are delaying justice. And so Pluto, that is Yama return, he's known as Yama in Vedic astrology, and he consults Chitragupta, who is the keeper of accounts. Here he is here. Okay, and that's also known as the Akashic records. So that is what's being written down and what's going to be asked to pay back. Okay, so what is this eclipse asking of us? It's not about fear. It's about maturity. It's about staying grounded. Try to avoid any kind of emotional reactivity tomorrow. Do not spread any unverified information. Just take a breath, wait for things to settle. Strengthen your nervous system. This is so important. And really don't attend any large parties or events because a lot of drama can erupt from those. And I know it's Mardi Gras for some of you, so maybe just give it another day. And then this is a moment to just witness and not let things spiral out of control. Okay, so the most important thing that you can do remedial-wise during the Aquarius eclipse is mental purification. Go outside, take some deep breaths. Mahamrityunjaya mantra is an excellent mantra. Gentle pranayama and breathing exercises. Reduced news exposure and grounding. And keep silence and meditation during these eclipse windows. What my husband and I especially like to do is we like to do our mantra practice in the morning. It's going to be about 6 a.m. our time, and just breathe and try to create a psychic shield around us because it's affecting our moons this year. So know that stability is revolutionary right now. And this is why, yay, without ado, I am so grateful to welcome tonight's guest, Helen of Irish Granny Tarot. She brings intuitive insight into history, metaphysics, philosophy, current events, psychology, UFO and UAP phenomena, dream interpretation, true crime, disappearances, old Hollywood, near-death experiences. She's got a whole bag. And she has a really rare gift for making really complex and sometimes unsettling subjects thoughtful and very accessible, and which is exactly what this moment requires. So welcome, Helen. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Michelle. I'm embarrassed. I feel like you're talking about somebody else.
Oh,
Thank you. That was so nice of you. Thanks.
of course.
It's high time we got back together.
Isn't it? Yes.
Yes,
I love
I was
here with you
delighted
again.
to do it. Yeah. I'm sitting here listening to what you had to say. And so these things are rolling through my head. You're talking about sacrifices being sort of the red flag, no pun intended, of the collapse of a civilization, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so my mind went back a little bit of history, and I'm thinking, okay, well, we're thinking enslavement.
Mm-hmm.
If we're looking at American history, I jotted notes down while you were talking.
Oh.
Such a teacher's pet.
Mm-hmm.
The Holocaust, that was mass sacrifice. Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And I believe that that was the pivotal moment when we turned away from things of peace and embraced the nuclear arms race.
Yeah.
Right now, we have mass human sacrifice going on in several places in Africa. And I am embarrassed to say that my knowledge of African current political stuff is not good, but is the Sudan or Somalia? I know it starts with an S. I think it's the Sudan. Just had thousands of people killed by these sort of roving bands of militia. 6,000 people in just the last week or so. Russia, what's going on with Russia?
Oh my gosh.
Not only are they willingly giving up the people of Ukraine, they're sacrificing their own young people to this Holocaust that they've created.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, so there's a global reckoning coming.
Yeah, it is. It is. And you are absolutely right. And what's interesting is most countries are going through their Pluto return, and they're only about 20 years within each other. Most of the Americas were all conquered at the same time. It was the European colonization. Before that, it was the indigenous. So basically, we're just moving through another cycle of world colonization and allocation.
Well, these things, as you are far more well aware than I am, they recur in cycles, and at every opportunity providing us the chance to make good choices, exercise free will, choose for the good, right? And somehow we always manage to fail, and then the cycle collapses and starts again. We have more of an opportunity. I believe every time the cycle repeats, the challenges become more difficult. And that's just my feeling about it. But there's a long history in humankind of facing these sorts of crises and falling short.
Yeah. Well, in the Vedic context, we're about 5,000 years into Kali Yuga, and it's a 420-something thousand year cycle. So we're just getting started. And as we move further and further into this is the rise of tamas, which is ignorance, lack of critical thinking, the rise of things like aristocracies, autocracies, fascism, things like that. People who want the other people to think for them, or machines to think for them rather than thinking for themselves. And so there are four particular yugas that we go through, and this is the most tamasic one of them. And so our souls really signed up for a doozy. And one of the best things that we can do during these times is remember the name. What does that mean? Whatever your Ishtadevata is, which is your chosen form of deity, remembering the name at the time of death will reunite you with that energy. So that's because Kali Yuga is so difficult. It's so easy for us to reunite, because if we're managing to not listen to all of the sirens and the craziness and the drama, then we can literally go to those higher planes of being and thinking. So that's why I'm really into mantra practice. I'm remembering the name of various deities, etc., and just finding one that works for you is so important in this birth, regardless of what spirituality you follow. So
well, you put me to shame because you're so disciplined. It's like all I can do to brush my teeth. I'm serious. So undisciplined of a person when it comes to things like that. But that doesn't mean that I'm not aware you know, of what's going on. And I think that all of us who are here right now, you could kind of divide us into two groups. This is not to divide people to make them different. This is just to figure out what's going on in people's heads, right? And I think that there's a group of people who are like you, and some sadly are like me. and we're aware of what's going on. I believe it's because we're sensitive, or we've been sensitized by trauma, either past life trauma or in this lifetime, early trauma. And it makes you realize, you know, bad things can happen. Look, things are happening that are not good. It makes you more in tune with the real reason why we're here. If you set aside the material, you start thinking about larger ideas. If you do that from a young age, then when this happens and you're an adult, you're recognizing it. But I do think there's another group of people for whom the time is not right. They're either in such trauma or such denial that they can't face it, which is a normal human response, or they're loving it.
Those are the ones you gotta like back away slowly from. Here you go.
Very difficult to understand. I got a message the other day, and this doesn't happen to me very often. I'm still trying to kind of process it. But the point of it was that we're not supposed to be judging the ones that are so reprehensible. I can't even listen to the voices. You know what I mean? When the news comes, I can't even handle it. Our job is to recognize that we and they are one. We're the same thing. Yeah. We're connected, and feeling like that you're superior, or that you just, you know, you're so much more elevated than they are. How could they be so awful? And you don't want to hear the things I say when no one's around.
So that's what the Mahabharata, the Gita, all of that is about. So it definitely goes into the same context. So
my husband and I'll be reading the paper and I'll go, did you hear this? That's terrible. But it's our job. They serve a purpose. Their purpose. They don't want to admit it. I'm still here.
Okay. Well, I want to say hi to some people coming in the audience while you get your camera working. The lovely Scarletta is here. Love to see you. Lovely Sybil is here. Detroit Siggy, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Iron Fire Horse, hello. Good to see you, Irene. Some Patience is here. I'm so glad you came at the start. I spent a lot of time on that intro. I hope you guys liked it. And the lovely Garnet, the gardener, is here. It's lovely to see you, Garnet. Phantoma, it is so great to see you, Phantoma. Thank you so much for your lovely comments on my shorts. I really appreciate those. And so your Sun, Moon, and Venus are at 3 degrees conjunction. Is that with the eclipse, Sun Patience? That would be interesting, because I'm right there with you if that's the case. And so is Jonathan. And Barbara Moore is here. Lovely to see you, Barbara. Welcome, sweetie. And let's see, you have a question. Okay, I'll go ahead and get you in, Barbara. And then Rachel, go ahead and get your question. I'm still going down. If you have it, I'll star it. So we have Rachel, and then we have Barbara, and then we have Rhoda in order. Okay. And then, all right, Sybil, I'll get your question in. BD, I'll get your BD 0224. I'll get your question in. And okay, Tara is who you'll be calling on. I love that, Irene. That's beautiful. I love Tara. Green Tara, white Tara, which Tara? I love all the forms of Tara. And then, yes, they are with us. I agree with that, Garnet. Same with Buddha. Love that. Yes, there is a reflection of us. You are absolutely right, Garnet. And Mercury will be retrograde starting February 26th. So prepare for that. And Rachel, lovely to see you. Go ahead and ask your question here, and I'll go ahead and get you in.
Oh, cute little dog.
And Divine Timing, it's lovely to see you. And then your magical garden incarnate into the 21st century. Oh, I love that. I love that garden. Yes, I was actually thinking about you and your garden earlier today. So we're just waiting for Irish Granny Helen to get her camera back on. But
You can't see me? Can you hear me?
No, I can't see you. No.
Oh, I can see myself.
But can you guys see her in the audience? Can you let us know? It could just be a bit of an issue. But Rachel,
No, I can see myself and you.
Okay.
And the sound is fine.
Okay, yeah, the sound is great. So, so yes, we are having some tech issues and people can't see you. So
okay, I'll leave and I'll come back.
Okay, sounds
okay.
Good.
All right. That usually solves it. That, you know, me and tech.
Oh, yes. And then, all 21 Taras. Look at you, overachiever. I love that. I love that so much. That's fantastic. And then I can't see her, but we can hear her. Yes, same as me. Okay, thank you for checking in and letting us know, guys. I really appreciate that. Scarletta, I'll get your question in. There she is.
Did that work?
Yes, it worked. Beautiful.
The tech gods don't like me very much. No, I'm serious. Every day it's something new. Every day something new. It's unbelievable.
Do you have a lot of water in your chart, in your sidereal chart?
No, come on, you're asking me now. I don't know.
Okay, all right, that's all right.
No
Yeah,
way.
people with a lot of water tend not to, like, tech tends to get a little watery around them. So, okay. So our first question, Helen, is from the lovely Rachel. I think I'm going to pass on the hen house. Okay, that's apartment that she's looking at. It's literally on a power line, and the road was pure mud last time. I saw a place today, number 103. Okay, that's Rahu. There may be others later. I guess my question relates to this. Anything else I need to know? Okay, so
is she moving? Is that the thing?
Yeah, she's moving, and she's wondering about the apartment 103. Now, I did pull good cards for the hen house, so that still should be in the contenders list.
That's a nickname, right? She wasn't really going to move. No, okay. Good, because I have chickens and I wouldn't want to live with them.
No, she's not going to live in a coop. And she says, I have until the summer. Okay. Okay, divine timing. You said my phone lost service today for a while. We have an eclipse tomorrow. It's at the height at 6 a.m. Okay, so I did give you guys some remedial measures at the beginning. Definitely look into those and what you can expect. I also have Mrityunjaya mantra in my section of my YouTube channel for remedies. You guys can go ahead and check that out. And if you get my newsletter, you got the whole spiel. So, okay. You can go anytime, Helen.
Okay, and this question is for Rachel, correct?
Yes, about apartment 3.
Okay, so I got the 9 of Cups reversed, and I think that sort of is an indication that that's not for you yet. That's not the place. But I got the Knight of Wands, which is continue working at it, continue trying, and ultimately the 3 of Cups. You will be successful and happy with the place you find, but take your time and make wise choices.
Yeah, I got similar cards. I got Jupiter, which means that you have the ability to expand and improve your space. You're being fully supported in this area. Then I got the Ace of Wands, which tells me that it's important that you just continue to try to find a new path, a new way forward. Maybe that spark will come a little later. Use that beautiful intuition. You see her third eye is open here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, rely on kind of a breakthrough, an inspiring moment to lead you to the next place. It'll be kind of like a divine spark that hits you. Yeah, so, and then I got, as you do this, and especially because we're heading into eclipse season, okay, Rachel, is I got the Temperance card. What does this tell me? It tells me that it's important that you try to be very patient as you go about this search, that you be very moderate in each place that you look at, and you don't just jump in right away. Okay, so keep your options open, rely on that beautiful fiery intuition, and you will find a place that will bring you a lot of balance and a lot of harmony if you just give it some time. Now, again, we're in eclipse season right now. You do have until summer, so you have lots of time to research. So that's the overall energy that I got in and around that. And
I feel like she'll know it when she sees it, you know, that it's going to strike an emotional chord.
It is. And she's worried about the power line and health issues. Okay, well, if you don't have to move right now, then just give yourself some time. That's what our card said. So, and it's under 50 meters. Okay, I understand. You got it, sweetie. So, yeah, just give yourself some time. Okay, you'll be all right. Okay. So our next question, don't freak out. It's the eclipse that's getting to you, sweetie. Just remain calm. That's why I got that beautiful temperance card for you. Oh my goodness. And I'm sending you love as you search. You got this. Don't do it right now though, because it's eclipse season. It's not the best time to do any decision making, okay? And so, yeah, we basically said just move on and continue to keep you'll know when you see it, okay? And you have time, okay?
It's intuitive, if you're feeling these many doubts, listen to that and just wait. Yeah.
And Rachel has a lot of experience with apartment hunting. She's had the good, the bad, and the ugly, and a lot of the ugly. So you have got experience.
Trauma, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
traumatized
I
in this
understand.
apartment for sure. Yeah. And she goes, I do, LOL. Yeah. Whew, I went through all of those apartments with you, Rachel, especially the mice and the mold and it was crazy. And the neighbors that are doing construction. I mean, oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, rats. That was the big one, was the rats. Okay. Okay, so our next lovely question is from Miss Barbara. So let me find your question, Barbara. And again, to everyone in the audience, I go to tippers first and then we go in order. So Barbara's question is, what is something my future or higher self wants me to know as we're beginning a new chapter? That is such a good question. I love that. Okay, Miss Barbara. Now, the first card that I got for you was Shani. This is Saturn. He's the karmic teacher. So you're going to be going through some karmic lessons, some things that are really going to help you get your soul on track and involve a more practical way of seeing, viewing, and looking at the world. What Shani does is he creates blocks. Why? It's for our own personal development so that we don't make the same mistakes that we did in past births. So they're working with you there. Then I got his sign of Capricorn. So they are really working with you on a very practical perspective. Now, I think based on your chart, which I've read, it's beautiful. It's important that you stay grounded as you share some of the things that are coming through, especially from spirit. You are getting a lot of messages, but he's helping you ground it into a practical use that people can use in their everyday life. The reason I say that was then I got Virgo, another sign of just very grounded mental practicality. So they're asking you to take the things that you're learning from spirit, from your guides, from the messages that you're getting, and put them into the context or messaging that is going to help other people apply it in a way that improves their overall lives, their experiences here on the earth plane, and helps them navigate this place from a spiritual platform that isn't as confusing as some of the things that are being, released now, especially during the Pluto return of a lot of nations throughout the world. Then I went to my Mahabharata oracle. I got the strength card. This is Bhima. When Bhima stands beside you, this is raw power, but it's tempered by discipline, which is what Shani is famous for. So Bhima's strength was absolutely legendary. That's why he has so many muscles here. And his true mastery laid in self-control. So he knew when to act and when to restrain himself. And that's what Shani does. That's Saturn is teaching you. And so he's asking you to channel your force in service of justice rather than impulse. So take a step back, think about the practical implications of what you're learning, especially from the guides, and then move forward. And know that your assertiveness will pay off, but it has to come from a leadership role that is based in a disciplined routine and consistent effort over time. So your strength will become unstoppable when it's guided by purpose, by practicality. So they're kind of grounding you a little bit right now. Once you do that, I got the universe is going to open up for you. I got Krishna Dev. Now he is the he's part of the Trimurti. He's the guy playing God in the play. And when he appears, it tells me that the cosmos will line up in your favor, especially as you go along this more practical path. So this is all about you coming into your cosmic alignment, and it is supported by the universal forces that are in and around you. So just trust the divine timing. Know it's going to be a little slow. It's going to evolve naturally, and that the flow will replace force, and that inspired ideas will emerge more effortlessly if you apply that discipline that I was talking about earlier to it. So you're exactly where you want to be. They're just going to slow you down a little bit so that you can perfect it in your messaging to something that, like I said, others can understand. Then I asked, what is the main thing that you are going to be bringing to the collective? I got justice, which is so needed right now because we feel like, especially with our ninth house axis, is getting pummeled in multiple countries. There's a lot going on here. So this is Vidura. He's the moral spine of what we'll call the Mahabharata. And he's very wise. He's very impartial. He's very fearless when it comes to truth. And he was ignored throughout the book, but throughout the text. But his integrity never wavered. He was always just right in the middle, looking at the evil and the good side and trying to find out, where the justice was. And he was isolated. And that reminds us that righteousness does not require a consensus. So if you're a truth teller, if you're telling people the truth and they don't believe you, let it go. It's not yours to hold on to. Okay. So, you might come into some decisions, some contracts in your future. Know that those disputes will be resolved justly, if that's what you're looking forward to. But in the future, you're going to be asked to kind of arbitrate and stand up for what is right, what is wrong, what is in between, and give your ruling. Might not always be followed. That's up to them, not up to you. Okay. So know that justice inside of you, it will stand firm even when you stand alone. Okay. So that's the main energy that I see with your practice and what you have moving forward. I cannot wait to see what Helen has for you.
Well, I'm laughing because tarot is very different, right? It's
Yes.
kind of more practical. It is emotional, but it's more practical. Yours is far more metaphysical. It's on a little different plane, but we got the same thing. It's weird. I was listening to you talk and I'm looking at my cards and I'm going, oh, well, that is kind of what you're saying what I'm looking at. So what was the name of that first card you got? I want to say Saturn, but
yeah, Saturn. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, look what I got. The King of Swords.
That's excellent.
Yeah. And I think there's going to be the influence of somebody kind of, you talked about Capricorn energy, kind of dominant, patriarchal, masculine energy that's affecting some aspect of your life. And I get the Eight of Cups. This is creating an emotional turmoil. You don't know what you feel. You don't know what you want to do. You've got choices. You're not helpless in the situation, but this person or situation is setting you up for kind of an emotional uncertainty. You make a choice. You do make a choice. But the advice here is, and I forget which card it was, but it was very similar. The advice here is to take a pause, to sit back, to evaluate what your material choices are in this world, like the real three-dimensional choices that are presenting themselves to you. Now, I don't know if this is money or health or a career, that I don't know, but there will be some uncertainty that makes you very emotional. Take your time, think about what you want to do. This card always reminds me, it's the Four of Pentacles, always reminds me of the Four of Cups. I think they're opposite sides of the same coin, pardon the pun, right? The Four of Cups is, I don't know, I'm kind of apathetic about the emotional part of it. This is, I'm a little clingy to the physical part of it, but you will find your path. You will be able to choose and you'll find your path. And ultimately, you will come out, I always think of this as master of your domain, you'll be the empress in the situation. You will be able to get control of your life, make a decision about whatever this uncertainty is, and head down the right path. This is definitely, you're going to find the right direction to travel. So it does. Do you see how it kind of reflects what you were talking about? It's
Yeah.
astounding to me.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's how spirit works. I love it. Okay. Well, she goes, would you say my writing falls into what the cards are sharing? I would say yes. If you're able to channel it in that direction, then that would be the writing that you're doing.
Well, if
And
you're a writer and you're trying to make money from it, writing is vulnerable. Writing is a part of you. It's like giving birth, right? And that would be that Eight of Cups. You have to release something very emotional to you, make a choice, put it out there. But then it translates into a financial situation, right? Then it becomes a job, I'm assuming. And so what comes from that? What do you do with it? Where do you go with it? How does that translate into the material world? And you'll successfully figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think you're starting anything new, because I didn't get any like Ace of Wands or Swords or anything like that. Or like my tarot said no, because they wanted her to go. I wanted Helen to do it. So I think that, just continue to shine in the way that you do, but take some of your emotions out of it and apply a more practical King of Swords perspective, a Saturnian perspective. And so that can make a lot of the things that you're writing more applicable and easier for people to apply to their everyday life. Okay, I hope that was helpful, Barbara. Thank you. Okay, Miss Rhoda, you are next. I did not see your question in the chat. If you can go ahead and put that in, I'd appreciate it if you're still here. Otherwise, I'll just go in order until we get in there. All right, Grant, I went ahead and got your question in. I'm getting everyone's question in as we go. And some patience. Oh my goodness, you have such an interesting chart. I love that. You have a Sun, Moon, 0 conjunction Venus 3 in Capricorn. Okay, 4th house, Mercury in 4th house Cap. That's a lot of Capricorn Sagittarian placements. Oh my goodness, I love that for you. I married a guy like that. They're they're very practical, but at the same time they can be great teachers. So divine time. There you are. What can I expect in the next few months? And then she goes, I am so blessed and grateful. I was surprised with a job opportunity working as an outreach for a nonprofit that opens houses such as the one that I live in. I love that. And what can you expect in the next few months?
To be able to find a job that you feel is of value to the world, that's everything. Yeah.
And she's won awards for her job too. Like she's yeah. So this is based on Mahadasha, so this is her time to shine. So, yeah. Okay, Miss Rhoda. Oh, I got some tarot cards from you. They didn't say no. Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay, just one card, guys, not the whole tableau. My Mahabharata oracle really likes you. Oh my goodness. Like, I can't be here all night, guys.
You want me to go ahead while you're sorting?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay, okay. So at first I got the 4 of Wands, and I really feel that, knowing now that you have this job working in a nonprofit or whatever, that kind of would be the indication. The 4 of Wands, it's about the 4 posts of a building that's supported. It's about institutions. It's about housing. It's about that kind of situation. I got the Queen of Swords. You are really suited for this job. It's got to do with your level of skill, your intelligence, and your sense of fairness. And I think that asset will carry you far. But more importantly, you feel valuable. You feel like this is the Page of Cups. You feel like like I just said, that you're contributing something of value to people in need or people who are getting housing. And I think you will rise in this job if you keep a balance. Try not to get too emotionally enmeshed. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
You're taking it with you. Oh, you're moving to get the job. Okay, got it. Okay. It's a big change. Yeah. I don't know where you live, but moving is hard. I think this is going to be a wonderful opportunity for you. You have the skills. Maybe this is about you moving. You have the skills, and I think it will feed a need you have for being of service. That your inherent compassion is going to come out in this, and yeah, you're gonna excel at this job. But just keep a balance. Don't let yourself get so emotionally overwrought in it that it wears you out. That's a lot of problem with people who work in any kind of social justice, social services, any kind of nonprofit. They get so invested emotionally. You need to keep a little tiny balance so that you don't burn out. Yeah.
Yeah, similar cards. So
No.
guys. So I got Capricorn. This is the card about your goals, practical application of your career. I got that you can bring a lot of stability to this new position and that you already have some experience here. It's fully supported. And like she got the 4 posts, the house, and Capricorn is all about, securing your base. Making sure that things are good for everyone involved. So I love that for you. Now she said, Helen said, beware of burnout. This is my only warning card for you. I got the Queen of Pentacles reversed. It's important that you take some time out for self-care. Also, there could be someone in and around that particular job that's overspending. They might not be very responsible with money. This could be the person in charge of the organization. They're not using their best judgment. Okay. This is kind of where you could come in and provide some support, because the Queen of Pentacles is represented by the sign of Capricorn. That's why she has little throne. Yeah. So you can bring in some really good balance here. Okay. Then, I think we lost her again. Oh, and the sound's a little off too. Okay, she'll be back. But in the end, my dear, I did get, it does get overwhelming at times. Yeah, so take out that time for self-care. Make sure that you're taking good care of yourself. Okay, that's important, because you don't want to burn out. And I think Helen got the same type of energy for you. So then I got the lovely, and we always love to get this card. I got the Wheel of Fortune, and it came up upright. Okay, so this tells me that things are going to work out for you. This is all about cycles, destiny, divine timing, things like that. So know that if you rely on your higher wisdom and you step into this, beautiful new position, that it will be supported for you. Okay. Then after I consulted the Tarot and Astrology cards, I went into my Mahabharata Oracle, and there she is. Yay! Welcome back.
Hello. You hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You're good. You can't hear me. Okay. Okay. Well, guys, let us know in the audience if you can hear me and if you can hear Helen. Okay. Okay. So then I got the loyalty card. Tell me if you can hear me, Rhoda. And from this, you can hear us both. Thank you, Brian. Okay. They can hear us both, Helen. It could be a connection issue. I'm not quite sure. We do have an eclipse tomorrow, guys. So thank you.
Okay.
So this is Supratika. This is loyalty. So devotion will prove its strength, and you are very devoted to your job. But again, you're going to want to take time out for self-care. Now, Supratika's power was magnified by his loyalty. He never abandoned his duty in the war, and even in the face of death, he protected his handler, his master. So his presence teaches you that true loyalty is steadfast and not conditional. So a dependable ally or team will strengthen your position, and collaboration will really succeed in this new job. So if you run into someone who's not really managing the money well, maybe collaborate with others and try to find solutions that are practical and responsible. But overall, I got the Amrita card. This is the nectar. So this is like projects receiving a lot of beautiful momentum, creativity and motivation returning. You're really going to feel like you fit in. Amrita is born of immense effort, cooperation. It was extracted from chaos through perseverance. There's a whole story behind it, but it rewarded patience and discipline and unity. So immortality here symbolizes that spiritual continuity rather than a physical escape. This is going to be a great job for you. But again, take out time for self-care. That's the ultimate thing that we got. Okay. All right. Okay.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
You know, I went out, I left, and it sort of threw me back in without me doing anything. So the second time, and I couldn't hear you. The second time, I just completely left myself. So who knows? These are long distances. Our expectations are so high. Look at where we are. And we're talking, you know, in real time. It's pretty remarkable.
I'm in central Mexico and you're all the way up north.
In the middle of nowhere. So, what have we got? Did you feel like your reading was similar to the cards I got?
They were right hand in hand. So, yes, we are definitely jiving. I love that. Okay. So, yes, it is so nice that this is even possible. I completely agree, Brian. Yeah.
It's remarkable. I mean, I complain a lot about the technology, but really, I mean, I remember when I was a little girl, we had party lines on the telephone. You know what that is?
Yes.
Yeah.
My husband's 75, so.
So, you know.
We were having that conversation the other day. I was like, oh, remember the rotary phones? He goes, remember the lines where you called in on the party line and they go, number please? And I'm like, I don't remember those.
One of my daughters, when this is like the very late 90s, she had a little friend stay overnight. And in the morning, she had to call her mother, and we had a rotary dial phone. This is in the 90s. I'm very slow to adapt to technology. And she walked over to the rotary phone and she looked at it and she says, how does it work? She didn't know how to use it. I love it.
Speaking of, Tarot Stash is here. Good to see you.
Gerald, I've been knitting like a maniac.
Oh my goodness.
You know, Gerald and I do a knitting video.
I love you guys together. You're adorable. Yeah, I watch Gerald all the time. I don't normally participate in the chat because I've got a lot of working that I've been doing. But yeah, you guys are.
There's no excuse, Michelle. There's just no excuse. Gerald and I were actually, we think, born into the same family. We just never met because there was such a big crowd.
Well, there you go. Oh, there she goes again.
Did you hear me swearing?
Oh my goodness.
Gerald is the youngest of 12. And I'm the oldest of 12. And we think we just didn't run into each other at home.
A Catholic family. Oh my goodness.
What is that he did? Oh, yarn. Okay.
Yep, yarn and knitting needles. He's sending you lots of
my guilt.
Thank you guys for your humor. Okay, yep, we had the party line, says Irene. Yeah, that's great. Oh my gosh. Okay, so, and you are so welcome, Rhoda. Thank you for trusting us with your energy. That was fun. And then congratulations on the move. And Salama, I have not gotten to your reading yet. We are now going in order for lightning round. I will go first. And then if Helen's able to get back on screen.
You can't see me?
I can't see you.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to leave again. Nothing personal. Okay. I will be back. I'll be back.
All right. All right, Sybil, are you here? Sybil, please let yourself be known. Okay, and then we have the lovely BD0224. Are you here? You are the next two in line. Let us know. And Garnet says, it's the little people. There we go. There she is. Okay.
You can see me now?
I can see you.
It looks nothing different to me. So
everyone just they have a great sense of humor about it. So
it's out of our hands.
It is. Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Sybil, I have not seen you check in. BD, I have not seen you check in. Scarletta, are you here? And I know Salama is here. So we'll do you next, Salama.
Scarletta. I have a parrot whose name is Scarlet.
Oh, I love that. How long have you had Scarlet?
A long time, and then I didn't have her, but I had her before that. It's a very long, complicated story, but she's probably about 40 years old.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
They live a long time.
Yeah, it's a commitment to have a parrot. I was talking
Yeah.
to Amy Wandering Mountain Bard. She has she goes, you parrots are a whole new thing. It's just like
You have to make provisions for them. If you're going to have
it's like
one, you have to
tortoises,
have
you know.
somebody who's willing to take them if you die, you know.
Yeah, because they form a lot of close bonds, and you know
And they,
get
yeah, be traumatized and stuff. It's terrible. Yeah.
well, Sybil is here and BD is here and Salama is here. And okay, you're here. Excellent. So would you like to take Sybil, which is what kind of changes are coming for me in the year of the fire horse, or BD, what's coming for me at the end of February?
Which one did you just have before when
Sybil.
we were talking? Sybil, okay, because I drew cards on that one.
Okay, sounds good. And I will do BD 0224. Okay.
Okay, so I get the impression that you might be starting something new and unfamiliar, and you're kind of going into it with rose-colored glasses. You're excited about it. You're taking a plunge into the unknown, and it should promise to be successful because look at this. I want this card. You got the 9 of Pentacles. So whatever this undertaking is that you're considering, and maybe a little naively, maybe a little eyes wide shut sort of thing, it's okay. It'll work out. It'll really work out. 9 of Pentacles is about comfort and luxury and success, and you know, just sitting pretty, having all things in your environment going your way.
I love that for you. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic, Sybil. Well, thank you for trusting us with your energy. BD, end of February. I didn't get bad cards, but I got a little bit of a warning for you, okay? The first card I got was Gemini. This is all about communication. Now, on February 26th, Mercury does go into retrograde, and you asked till the end of February, so be aware of that, especially if Mercury or air signs in general are very strong in your chart. That would be Virgo, Gemini, okay? So this tells me that there are going to be some communications that you're going to be working through this month. Obviously, they could be a little dramatic between tomorrow and March 3rd because we have some eclipse energy. It's eclipse season. So just be aware of that. What area of your life is it going to affect? The Lovers. But luckily, they came up upright. Okay, so if there are any relationships or potential relationships coming your way, know that they'll be a little tested. Oh, there she goes again. Okay. So there's that going on for you. And so I don't know, are you in a relationship, BD? That I am kind of curious about that because when I pull the Lovers card, it's like, hello, you know. So I pulled this a little earlier for Jonathan and I on some things that we were working through. So I am curious to see if you are in one. And if not, there might be one coming your way. Now, Venus is conjunct Rahu during this eclipse. And okay, we can hear you, just letting you know. Venus is conjunct Rahu, the North Node in this eclipse, so that can bring karmic relationships, like really steamy, great love affairs. But ooh, can they lead to some drama? Okay, so just be aware. That's for everyone in the audience. I'm speaking from experience here. I married my first husband under this energy while I was getting eclipsed. This is before I really knew what was going on, and yeah, I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. Okay. So that is something to really, no relationship. Okay, so if one starts to kind of like you get a call from an ex or like someone new or something like that, then you're kind of being asked to kind of take a step back because it could lead to some issues here. Now, this could also be an ex, okay? Just something coming in that involves the Lovers. It involves communication and try not to get too reprisal. This is Amba. Basically, she was scorned in love, and she prayed to Shiva, who is one of the Trimurtis. He's the god of destruction, to wreak havoc on the guy that did it to her. So they're saying take a step back, don't wreak havoc, don't seek revenge, anything like that. So there might be, and this goes for everyone in the chat because it does fit the astrology, some relationships that are hot and heavy that come our way, especially in February into March, that aren't the best for us. So it's important to practice restraint in these areas. Okay. All right. I hope that was helpful. I am kind of curious to see how that works out because you're not in a relationship, to kind of see if there's anyone kind of sniffing your way. So, okay. And I think
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you're frozen. So, oh, there she is. No, I can't see you. Okay, Charletta, are you here? Salama, I got your question, so I know
Oh,
that you're in. And some patients are you still here? So if you briefly step in, that would be fantastic. Scarletta is here. Excellent. Okay. And BB, you're not in a relationship. I'm going to pull one more card for you because I just find that to be confusing. Okay, so she's just working through some stuff there. Okay, you got some change coming. Don't be afraid of it. This is something that's going to come out of the blue. Okay, it's going to be a little different for you. Okay. All right. Salama is here. Some patients is here. Viera and Charlotte is here. Awesome. Thank you, guys. You are all staying in the audience. I really appreciate that. Okay. So there's also a lot of eclipse energy going on too, guys. So just be aware that things might be a little distorted communication-wise when it comes to things on this, okay? So I'm going to let Helen, when she's back on, get to Scarletta because she felt a connection to you through her parrot. And I'm going to get to Salama. Any message from the eclipse for me specifically for job opportunities? Okay, the job opportunities again. Well, I hope you've been doing your homework. I know we cover this every week. So I'm excited to see what the cards say for you this time. Okay, job opportunities. We appreciate you guys for being patient with us as we deal with the technical difficulties that come from being online. Okay. All right. Now, I got a couple of cards for you, okay? Now, it's really important that during eclipses that you try to maintain as much equanimity of mind as possible. I went over this at the very beginning of the show, okay, Salama? So the main issue that I'm getting in and around this is, well, I pulled the Temperance card. As you can see, there's a sun and a moon, and he's juggling both here, okay? Give me a second. I'm going to let Helen back in. There she is.
your sound. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you perfectly. Yeah.
You can hear me.
Now you're gone again. Okay.
Okay. Well, if you can hear me, I'm giving up. I'm giving up.
I can hear you. Okay. Okay. So,
is there sound?
Yes, there is sound. Yes, we can definitely hear you with the sound.
This is so weird.
It is, isn't it? It's the eclipse.
I'm going to try one more
it's in
time.
the 10th house of career, so it could just be my energy, Helen.
What happened?
So they're basically asking you to use a lot of discernment, okay, Salama, energetic balance, sacred moderation when it comes to your job. Avoid any excess or imbalance because when you seek balance when it comes to this new job, it will really help you not overthink or overreact to any situations that you might be stepping into, okay? So know that using your third eye is key here. And the reason I say that is I got a really good card and I got it from the Mahabharata Oracle. I got the intuition card. This tells me that you have a little bit of a psychic ability in there, my dear. So this is Sanjaya. He had a lot of mythic insight and his gift was perception beyond his physical sight. He bridged worlds and he was able to translate divine awareness into understanding. So his intuition served others through clarity and truth. And so if you use your intuition moving forward, listen to those subtle impressions, those synchronicities, those messages from spirits. That'll heighten your inner perception and that insight will guide your strategy to finding your career. Okay, so pay attention to your instincts during decision making, especially during eclipse season. Now, you don't want to jump into anything too fast, especially during this time, because it's going to be it's going to be a time of a lot of changes and how do I say this, drama coming our way, especially in the work market. Okay, Salama, but know that you've got this and that when you balance is coming your way. Okay, right. All right. So Helen, would you like to do, let me see what you said, Salama. Thank you so much. Oh, you're so welcome. Okay. There she is.
Can you
Okay.
hear me?
Yes.
I can see you. I can hear you. I can see myself. I think this thing's possessed. I have never seen such.
Well, that's what eclipses do. They are okay. The way we describe them in Vedic astrology is their possessions. That's there it was again.
Proving what you were saying, verifying, validating your comment. That's so funny.
Oh my goodness. Now I'm frozen. Can you guys see me? Oh my goodness.
I can see you.
See.
You're okay.
Yes, I am. I'm into Vedic, Grant. It's lovely to see you. And Brian can hear us both. Okay, so Helen, would you like to do Scarletta? What will happen for me this summer, June, July, and August?
I hope I can get through it.
Okay, we're fingers crossed. Just, if you guys can't hear, it's a radio station, okay, and you're calling in. We can use our imagination.
Oh, okay. This is interesting. So there's some sort of choice coming up in the next few months, and you are going to use your intuition and you're going to make a choice. This is something that you have to take action on. Don't know what it is, but we get the Page of Cups. So it's the start of something new in more of an emotional sense than in maybe like a house or a job, unless you're very, very, very attached to this choice. So choice coming up, you're going to be in control, but if you trust your intuition, that's the important aspect of it. And it's going to involve emotion. So maybe the choice will be hard because you're attached emotionally to one part of the choice or the other, or you have to let go of something that you don't want to let go of, that kind of emotion.
Okay, beautifully said. Thank you so much.
I was nervous that it was going to cut out again.
Oh, we're here, thank goddess. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Scarletta, we hope that was helpful. And Susan Gonzalez, I got your question in. So Colleen is next. After 2.5 years and lots of loss and trauma, I have big decisions. Any new horizons coming my way while I process and slowly heal? And then we have some patients, ran out of time last week. I'd like to ask about a path to follow for work. Stick to that or find something new. Is there a direction to look in? Which one would you like to take? Helen, which one would you like? Would you like Colleen? Or
I'll take the one about the work, because that's the one.
You got it? Okay, the work.
Yeah,
all right, so you got some patients, and I'll go ahead and do Colleen.
Okay.
Yay. Okay. Colleen is here. Yay. And you're so welcome, Scarletta. Yay. Yeah, Helen's great. It's been a long time since we've read together. I'm so excited to be here with her.
Intermittently.
And I'll put some patients up. There you go.
Do you want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm still
okay.
Paying.
So I'm sorry, I forget the person's name. I can only pay attention to one thing at a time.
Some patients, yeah.
Okay, so I get the impression, so the question was about moving on to a different place of employment or staying with the job or whatever. So I get the impression that you're feeling burdened. You're feeling like the weight of the world at work is on your shoulders. And it may have something to do with kind of a toxic person or a toxic situation. I always forget to say the cards. The 10 of Wands, just
oh yes, that's some patience.
Weighed down and burdened, and then the devil, and the devil is often just a toxic person. For you'll know who I'm talking about, I think. So emotionally, you're in a place where you really kind of need to move forward. You need to make some choices, which that's what I got, the Two of Pentacles. And, it's about choices, but it's about choices in the material world. So it would make sense that card would come up if you're unsure about a job. But look what I get. You make a new choice. You make a good choice. Oops, And I dropped your card, but it still counts. And it's going to be something that you're going to really feel rewarded by and relieved to be in. So to me, this feels like stress and anxiety and burdening, and maybe it's time for a change. And if you just follow your intuition, you're going to make a good choice that's going to make you feel lighter and happier and less tortured by Beelzebub.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to give you the background. Some
Hmm.
patients broke their both arms and legs after buying a house.
Am I reading on the right person?
Yes, you are. You tapped right in.
Oh,
So
okay.
they broke their arms and their legs and just had
How?
shoulder surgery and are now working through the shoulder surgery. And it's been the most insane recovery. But some patients has been giving it like their all, and how do I say this? Just doing remarkable recovery, regardless of what happened. So it was, yeah. So yeah, they can't see the car, but you'll have to, call them out. But anyway, yeah. So that you
Oh,
tapped
sorry.
right in. Yeah, you tapped right in.
Oh my God. All
Yeah,
four
and
limbs at the
that's
same
why some patients
time?
are laughing. Yeah, broke both my arms and both our legs and tore everything in the shoulder and just had
Okay,
surgery.
I am so sorry for you because
Yeah,
I worked in a hospital,
yeah,
and I know what that means for like day-to-day life, and I am so sorry for you. It's very humbling. It's very difficult.
yeah. And the thing is some patients is so patient about it. It's like, oh well, I keep like a sponge or a powder puff in the sink. I keep applesauce by the bed for my pills. I do this, I do that to take care of myself and go through this. And this was right. It was just it's a story in resilience that you can write a book about someday, my dear, because it's like I have never met anyone who went through this much trauma and then just had a great attitude about it. It's pretty amazing.
Well, that's one of the things we're supposed to know, that we're supposed to be uncovering and learning right now, is that thought has such an
Mhm.
important role to play in our reality. And that's
Yeah,
something I have a real hard time with.
yeah,
So it is important. Your attitude is important, is I guess how you could condense that. And
yeah,
if you have the attitude that, by God, I'm going to do it and I'm going to take care of myself and I'm going to get better, that will take you far, very far.
yeah. You have a great attitude. You're welcome. Oh, thanks for letting us tap in. Okay, so I have the lovely Colleen. So, Miss Colleen, after a tough 2.5 years and lots of loss and trauma, I have big decisions and new horizons coming my way while I'm processing and slowly healing. And then Grant Miller and Susan, please check in. You're the last two. Okay, and then we'll get to you last two if you check in. Okay. And all right. So the first card I got was Capricorn. Okay. There are some new horizons coming your way, but what those lessons of trauma taught you was to be more practical when it comes to your energy and where you put it and how you use it. Okay. You do have a lot of big decisions coming your way, and they're asking you to think like a business person when it comes to allocating those decisions, whether it involves an Excel spreadsheet or a detailed plan or list of things that you would like to do in order to make all of your goals a reality. There are some new horizons coming your way, but they're asking you to be very practical and very realistic about it. Right now, Saturn and Neptune, and they've been this way for the last year and a half, they have been conjunct, and they are caused in Pisces, sidereal Pisces. And what this has done is it's caused a lot of light workers to not really see the reality of the situation. Now, this is going to really, they're going to start pulling apart by summer, fall, and people are really going to start to see the writing on the wall. They're asking you to think practically now, and that's very difficult given the astrology in the sky. But if you do that, you will be successful. Now, you do have some good and new things coming your way, and you are a Capricorn, of course. So you have this in spades. But you do have some new energy coming your way. And the reason I say that is because I got the lovely Page of Swords. This is a new way of thinking and being. Now, a lot of Capricorns are going through this because they're very practical and they rely on systems that are very, they're based in history. They're based in things that are they're timely, they've been tested, things like that. They're asking you to literally kind of walk the tightrope. She is in this card, and be a little more curious with your intellect as you move into this new phase of learning. It's going to feel like a tightrope to you because you're used to having 2 feet firmly on the ground. So this is the time of ideas, surprises, communications, using that more clever approach than a practical one. Enthusiasm, making fast connections, opening up your new project and ideas to other people with more of a youthful point of view. Also protecting your privacy, because if you look at the original Page of Swords, watching its back, not defensive, but just watchful as you make these plans moving forward. Now, if you have anything that is out there in the open, especially communications wise, know that it will be under scrutiny because we got Project 2025 coming and some other things happening in the world that are going to create some censorship. And I think that's why they're telling you to be a little watchful as you put your ideas out there, because we don't know what kind of autocracy is, especially world autocracy, that's going to land. For instance, my channel is based in Mexico because that's where I live. I know that I'm not going to be censored. But I tell people that are based in the United States, Los Estados Unidos, that it's important that you safeguard your work. Okay? Just a little something there. I also wonder if you are a psychic because I got the intuition card for you too. This seems to be a bit of a theme, okay? So what this tells me is that you are not only operating from and this is what my husband is going through, okay, Colleen, you Scorpio moon, there you go. This is the Scorpio moon. And see how he has a moon behind him? There you go. So I got the Capricorn, that's you. And then that's how you project yourself. And then I got this beautiful Scorpio moon. What this tells me is that you need to rely not only on your intellect, but also your intuition moving forward, because the world is changing at a very fast pace. Okay. This is Sanjaya. He appears when unseen truths reveal themselves. The world is a little bit of especially for Capricorns. I married a triple Western Capricorn, and I tell them all the time, you cannot rely on the past to make your decisions regarding the future, because a lot of the past statutes that were in place are crumbling, they're falling apart, and we have, Pluto moving through into a new terrain. So it's important that you look into your heightened inner perception, which comes with that beautiful Scorpio moon, and you trust those subtle impressions and synchronicities that you're getting from spirit, and you allow that and a more youthful approach to your intellect to guide you moving forward. Now, this is a little more difficult for Capricorn suns, but you've got that Scorpio moon. Now, it's fixed with Scorpio, so it's important that you take on more of this youthful energy. But know that if you pay attention to your instincts when it comes to your decision making, you're going to be a lot more successful. And pay attention to those emotional undercurrents, especially as a Scorpio moon. Don't be afraid to do your research and dig deep. Know that, the answers you seek, they already reside within, because I did get a couple of psychic cards for you, and the Scorpio moon proves that. Okay. So I hope that was helpful, Colleen, and best of luck to you as you move through this. That's kind of
Can I give her one card? I just
totally.
I got strength, and I think that you need to have confidence that you're strong enough and you have the necessary skills or gifts to deal with what's coming up in the future. Mm-hmm. And like you said, that intuition, really lean on that. That is your strength. Mm-hmm. And be kind to yourself.
That's key.
It's okay to give yourself what is it called? Self-care? Take care of yourself. Yeah.
Yes, Capricorns don't follow that. I married a triple once in Western. So, I mean, I constantly, like, one of the things I do is he's on his feet all day. He's a worker, but he's also very up at his head. And I will soak his feet and take care of his feet because he won't take care, things like that. So ways to kind of manage your self-care moving forward, and finding people in and around you that can help you with that too. I think it's key.
Talking to somebody whose husband had a heart attack and didn't tell anybody, drove himself to the hospital where he worked, drew his own blood, ran his own lab results, and carried his results to the emergency room and told the emergency room doctor, I'm having a heart attack. So yeah, I know about that. I know all about that.
Jonathan is nodding. He's the kind of guy who would like hit an artery and put duct tape on it. I mean,
Yes.
it's like, you know, yeah, it's really hard. I mean, I liken Jonathan to the kind of guy that, like, I had a dog that just, he would not show pain ever. And with Jonathan, it's like there are a couple of times where I've had to catch him because he'll just faint, because he'll just fall right over, and I'll have to catch him to keep him from cracking his head because he's exhausted all day and he won't tell anybody. You know, it's like,
but you can tell by looking at him, his pallor, and
yeah, like the eyes start to, and you're just like, okay.
Well, when they roll back in the head, that's a good sign.
And then Colleen says, yes, that was pretty in-depth. And yes, I'm intuitive. I'm taking a rest much needed this winter. Oh, that's wonderful.
That's what I got, was take better care of yourself. Give yourself some grace to rest, and because you really have a lot of strength, but you don't overdo it. Yeah.
Me too. All right. And you're so welcome, Colleen. Thank you. And oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, Thinna Ross. Okay, is that you, Delphi? And then Brent Miller also. You have strong Shakti. Yep, that's gift from the goddesses. I love that. Triple cap, technically quad cap, and yes, Ultrax. I married one of you. Yes, you are. You guys are tough. That's amazing. Okay, Grant. All right, I got all of those in Delphi. Go ahead and thank you so much for that. I appreciate the PayPal from last week. That's very sweet. So we have the lovely Grant. Some dramatic shifts recently, been a long time coming, wondering what's going for me forward. And then we have Susan. Will Brian contact me again? No contact. Which one would you like?
Oh, let me do the boyfriend. The boy.
Oh, this is the boyfriend. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and do.
I have 5 daughters. I tune into that energy very well.
I like doing the relationship ones too.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want to take it?
Oh no, you're fine. You're good.
Okay.
It's really nice. Yeah. And plus, I haven't read for Grant yet, so I'm kind of excited to tap into this energy. Okay. Oh, you got some good things coming your way. That's good. I like seeing that. You're a fiery person, Grant. Huh. You like to get things done. You're very, you can be pretty disciplined when you put your mind to it. Very practical. Hard worker. Okay. I haven't tapped into you before. So have a great night, Irene. Irish blood, a bit too much. Okay.
Oh.
You're talking to 2 Irish Catholics here, so. Oh my goodness. Okay, Mr. Grant. I got a few cards for you. The first one I got was Mars. This is why I said you've got some. Mars is very disciplined. Mars is a warrior. Mars is someone who likes to look at things very practically and then put them into action. So this tells me that you are a very action-based individual. You're very disciplined. You can be a little impulsive at times, but you like to get things done and get them done right. So that's a good thing to have. I got that whatever you're working on is going to go very well, because I got the victory card from the Mahabharata. This is Abhimanyu. When he emerges, courage opens the gates of triumph. So what this tells me is, like, so he sacrificed and he changed the course of history in a war that took place in the Mahabharata, which is an ancient text. And so his courage, which is very Martian, because he was very young for his age, and Mars is a very young deity. He's only about 16. And he was about 15, 16 when he entered the battlefield and just kicked everybody's butt through his strategy, through his warfare. And so his courage illumined the path for everyone else behind him. And they all feared to tread it, but he would just jump in and do it. Okay, so that's why I said, woo, you're brave. So victory here is not longevity, it's impact. So you're here to make an impact in the world, okay, Grant? So this card signals that there's going to be some kind of breakthrough or success coming your way. But it's going to require some bravery, so that's good. If it's about love or relationships, there might be some emotional risks that you're going to need to take to lead to that clarity or liberation. If it's career and money, which is kind of what I'm getting, a bold move will give you an advantage. But strategy really matters here. Okay. And you've got this beautiful Martian energy here. So think about this as kind of your own little battlefield. But if you address any issues going on proactively, early intervention will bring a lot of positive results. Okay, so victory favors those who dare to enter. And this tells me, boy, do you dare to enter. All right. I got that this might have something to do with work because I did get the beautiful Eight of Pentacles. This tells me that there's some things that you still kind of need to work out, things that need your attention regarding just overall, craftsmanship, study, diligence, dedication. Okay, so it tells me that there's some mastery and some focus needed on your part. And once you do that, you will be victorious in whatever goal that you have outlined for you. If you're saying anything, you're very productive. Me too. Okay, excellent. So the last card I did get for you, Grant, is that once you achieve this success through your hard work, through your dedication, through your ability to really discipline yourself and obtain mastery in this area, I got the gratitude card. Okay, so what does this tell me? This tells me that when you step into gratitude, it's going to restore a lot of harmony in the situation because you might have to push your way through a little bit. Okay, this is Kripa. He honored those who nurtured him, and he repaid his kindness with loyalty and service. So be grateful for the people that helped you achieve this goal. And when you give them that acknowledgement and appreciation, the gratitude will multiply these blessings and these victories, especially regarding projects, even more. Okay, so you can thank any mentors, colleagues, supporters. Goodwill will return manifold to you when you do this. Okay, so and know that thankfulness that transforms that what we have into enough. So I got great cards for you moving forward, which is really good considering eclipse season and Pluto returns and everything else going on. So it's kind of a breath of fresh air to tap into you and know that you have a strong Mars. I do too. And then I'll let you in. Very good so far. Somebody will be getting the theme on. Okay, sounds good. But I'm kind of excited to see where this takes you. All right. So here's the relationship question from Miss Susan Gonzalez.
Susan, I got a really clear reading here. Very, very clear to me anyway. So this young man right now, and I have no idea how old you are, so I'm just going to throw terminology out there and, take it with a grain of salt. This young man is very immature. I don't care how old he is chronologically when it comes to relationships of any kind, not just romantic, but any kind. He's very immature. So keep that in mind. The Page of Pentacles. He's on to this relationship and that relationship and that relationship. This is not a person who is necessarily the most reliable person in the world. And it's his karma. He is working things out. And so the cards have advice for you. And I love this advice. And I hope you take this in the intention that it's met. Rather than think about Brian, rather than worry about him, he has his work to do. He hasn't done his work. And you deserve better than that. Your work, according to the universe, is to nurture your female friends, nurture your community, nurture the people around you who already know you and who love you, and develop those relationships and develop your inner resources, yourself, right? Because when you are the best person that you can be, you're going to put energy out there that's going to attract the right person who come to you begging, rather than having you worried because Brian's not answering the phone or, whatever, I'm old. Take advantage of the people around you that are there for you, that do care about you. Nurture that, grow yourself, work on your interests, broaden your horizons, make yourself the best person that you can be. And the energy that you put out will be so attractive. You'll be fighting them off. The star, you'll be the star.
Oh, I love that. I'm 29. Oh, that's your Saturn return, dear. Okay. Saturn return. Look where Saturn is in your chart, what house that's in. big turning point for you this year, my dear. You might want to schedule a reading with me. I've got lots of remedies that you can do for Saturn. Just to let you know, my own Saturn return, I had a full identity change, divorce, moved to another area, lived alone, found myself, got into tarot and astrology. It was the most amazing experience ever, but it was also the most painful thing I've ever been through because I had to choose me over everybody else around me. And it was the best thing I ever did. So it's going to be an upheaval, but you've got this. I highly recommend you get a reading with me because I'm actually pretty much an expert at Saturn. He's exalted in my chart, 6th house of hidden enemies. Yeah, so I love that that's there for you. He's 36. He's going through his nodal return. So that means he's being affected by eclipses.
A wheel of fortune, too.
And you're going to get by Saturn. Holy karmic relationship, you know?
Yeah.
So if you're looking for something that's going to uproot you and throw you around and crash you down into the pit, and you just slowly get back up again and learn something from it, continue. If not, take a step back, practice restraint, and that's just my astrological.
Start inside and work slowly outward rather than grasping farther than your reach and trying to draw inward. Does that make sense?
100%. And she goes, yes, ma'am, I love it. I love the reading. Isn't she great? I love that.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
You'll be fine. I had some very interesting Saturn returns.
we
got married, had an empty nest, approaching another one.
No,
So,
oh my goodness.
That can be challenging. Yeah.
They can, for sure. Yeah, we just Jonathan met me during his, and I was just ending up mine. So it tells you our age difference.
You guys are a lot of fun too. God, if you're both going through all of that at the same time. Yeah.
Saturn returns at the same time. It's definitely a karmic relationship, but it worked out for us because Saturn was involved and the nodes weren't. So that was good. Because when you have the nodes and Saturn, it's like, it's too much. So, yeah.
Intense. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure if this is a question, FP, but we're glad that you're here. So, and thank you, Delphi, so much. I really appreciate it. It did come through. So thank you so much for that. Okay, so we have finished with our questions. Is there anything? FP's question is above Susan. I didn't see it. Oh, yes, we see you. FP. Yeah, so FP, if you just put in a really quick one, I'll just pull a quick card for you, sweetie, before we head out. And you said Keith and I are both in our 70s. I don't. Above Susan's. Okay.
About a relationship, I suppose. Well, challenges continue.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
You might slow down a little bit with time and mellow a little bit with time, but human relationships are not static. They're always a challenge.
Oh yeah, they constantly move and shift and everything else for sure.
I've been married a long time, and my when I got married, they were placing bets at our wedding that it wouldn't last a year.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
We're so different. Well, these are the, our siblings, the people who loved us, because we're so different. We not huge fights or anything, nothing, external would give that impression. But we've been married 46 years.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, and you just cannot know until you go through it and do the work.
Yes, that is absolutely right. Like Jonathan and I would not be compatible normally, even on astrology terms, because he's almost all fire and I'm almost all water and air.
Yeah.
But our air signs really, really mesh well. So we can use intellect to kind of push through the emotional stuff. Like he's very fiery intellectually and he comes up with these brilliant ideas and he's very quick. And I tend to be more intuitive and watery and, so we have to find a balance there, but we're both like intellectuals. We're both
But it's complementary, right? It's like two sides of the same coin. My husband is a Sagittarius and I'm a Taurus. That's not the best mix in the world,
Oh yeah, it can be a little.
I'm grounded and rooted to the earth. I don't want to ever go anywhere or do anything. And he's peripatetic. He wants to travel all the time. COVID was the worst thing that could have ever happened because it kind of clipped his wings, Because he, he's old. I mean, he can't go out there when it started, right?
Yeah.
And it was about the time that he was getting ready to retire. So, you know, like I said, relationships have ongoing challenges, but you need to
They
just
do.
learn to negotiate around them. Yeah.
For sure. And FP, I did just pick a couple of cards for you to give you an idea of what's going in and around there. Okay. Um, and let's see, I'm just looking for something. We're both friends right now. I want more. We're both Geminis. Okay. So I did that. That kind of makes
Oh,
sense. Yeah. You're both
so
a
there's
little
four of you in
wishy-washy.
this relationship.
I know. And I got the 4 of Cups. This is 4 emotional states right here. Yeah, yeah. So I love
Yeah.
that. Oh my gosh, you tapped right in, Helen. So in order to make this work, you're going to have to take action. I got Mars. You're just going to have to dig in, and one of you has to make the first move. Okay. Don't be afraid about making that first move. I think it's important. And if you look at the 4 of Cups, this is all about reevaluation. You might feel a little dissatisfied, a little introspective. You're kind of wishy, well, do I want this? Do I not want this? This could be a very good
Uncertain,
opportunity
yeah.
for the 2 of you. But you could take this beautiful cup that's being offered to you, or you could ignore it. It's up to both of you. But you need the emotional apathy. You need to break through it with some Martian energy. I mean, I call it jumping the console. I had to make the first move on Jonathan because he's such a gentleman. It was we were
Oh,
friends.
that wasn't what you jumped.
Yeah, I did. I jumped the console of the car and just kissed him silly. Because,
Oh, okay.
because he wasn't going to make the first move. He's too much of a gentleman. And so my little Martian kicked in. And again, we were friends for years before anything happened. And we had this great relationship. And I could tell, like, 2 of his friends told me, like, he's totally in love with you and this, that, and the other. And I'm just thinking, okay, like then he'd make a move if he did, and he never did because he was just so nervous and so polite. And so I had to make the first move. And again, this is years into friendship. I mean, I had just been traumatized by a divorce that had just closed and everything else. So I had to make that move. And he's a Gemini ascendant. So you can
those 4 of Cups,
yeah, you got to end this.
Three of them are good. You only have to overcome that one that you're uncertain about.
Exactly. And you do that through literally making the first move. Okay. So one of you's got to take some action, not be afraid to, as I call it, jump the console and kiss them silly. Okay. All right. I hope that was helpful. We haven't got years. I agree. So, go now. You got
Go
this.
for it. Go for it.
Yeah. And you know what? We live in an age where, women and men, it doesn't matter who makes the first move anymore. It's just if you want your intentions to be known, you do it. And if they
Don't play
no,
games.
then you know. Yeah. When you know, you know.
Yeah. Don't play games. Just be honest. Treat a relationship, love a relationship like any other kind of relationship. Be frank.
Yeah.
You start playing games and then things get weird. Yes,
Yeah.
of course you are. Because you're vulnerable when you put your heart out there. Of course you are.
And when we see Mars, it's like, don't be afraid. Be a warrior. Let that beautiful Manipura that's in your ab area, let it out. Let this person know who they are. Okay. So, and if you feel the need to use words because you're both Geminis, then use words. But at least then you'll know, and you won't have to waste your time thinking or trying to make something work that's not going to work. And if it does, then hey, congratulations, you found something.
If you can't work up that, it's very hard, looking in somebody's face and talking to them. And if you can't do that, get them a card. Just write a little card, that kind of puts it out there without putting you out there.
That's
it
true.
Is hard.
Yeah.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Right?
Definitely. Yeah, and Venus has got some great thing in the chat. And thank you for sticking around for the banter, Grant. We appreciate that. So, and Brian, thank you for joining us. We're so glad that you were able to come in. We appreciate it.
Nice to meet you.
And Geminis make great friends with each other. So I married a Gemini ascendant. I'm a Taurus ascendant. We get along great. So yeah, but again, I had to make the first move because he's a little wishy-washy. So then Brian says, I love this combination. Michelle and Helen are great together as guides.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian.
Well, I was busy in another dimension for a while there. Disappearing and coming back.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. So, okay, and Venus said, okay, so we without seeing the question, we just answered it. Okay, so there you go. Right.
Okay.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
Oh my goodness. So, is there anything you would like to advertise? Any shows coming up? Anything fun?
Who, me? Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? I've got something going on almost every day. I work on Fridays and I don't usually do things on Fridays. This last Friday, yes, I would like to advertise this. In a meditation, I have a group. I belong to a group. I'm in preschool. They're all grad students. And well, the truth, and because I'm late to meditation and I have a very difficult time calming my brain down and quietly. I'm always thinking and stuff. So I don't get a lot. I got a full-blown essay this week on Thursday. And I wrote it out and I made a video. So it's on my channel and I'm not shamelessly advertising my channel, but I wouldn't mind, But this is such an important message. It is so important. It's too complicated to go into. It's a message for our time moving forward. It explains a lot of all of our feelings and where we are and why what's happening is happening. And I just think it's fabulous advice for all of us. As much as it was for me, it's not coming from me. It's for us from the cosmos.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do all kinds of different videos. Tomorrow's Tuesday, so we do Nate of the Third Wish and I do a current events show. And I don't know, just check out my channel.
Okay, the links are in the description.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. So I have a class coming out. It's on finding out your spiritual gifts, your karma, blocks, etc. It's only $15 a class. It's 10 classes, so you guys can sign up for that. I'm here every single Monday. I have Gerald, the Tarot Stash, on next week. Excited to read with him.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hope Gerald's gone. I forgot to mention him. Thursday we're doing our knitting show. We only do it once a month, so I forgot it's this week.
Oh yes. We both love working with Gerald. He is such a hoot. Like I call him cowbell. So because you can't have too much of him. And so I have that next week, and I'm getting eclipse tomorrow, so I'm just going to be laying low and not doing anything too crazy. I'm going to be doing a lot of my mantras and things like that. Now, you guys, I have a whole new playlist on remedial measures for eclipses. If you sign up for my newsletter, you've got all of the mantras, everything together. But I'm going to go ahead and give you all of a mantra before we close out so that you have this. The eclipse is at 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Eastern. And that would be
4 Pacific.
In the morning Pacific. Okay, that's the height of it.
Oh, so AM?
AM. Oh. Jonathan and I are up at 4 a.m. doing our mantra practice, so we're already going to be like on this. And for everyone who submitted their prayers, we have you on our list, so you will be included. But again, I have a strong Mars, so that's that discipline, and so does Jonathan. Is exalted. So we're going to be up getting our stuff done like we do every morning, and we are going to be saying this specific mantra. You guys can do it as well, and I'll go ahead and give it to you now. Did you want to do it with me, Jonathan? Okay, Jonathan's going to do it with me. Yay! You can get a little closer, honey. Okay. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandham Pushtivardhanam Purva Rukamiva Vandanam Mrityor Muchiyamamritat Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandham Pushtivardhanam Purva Rukamiva Vandanam Mrityor Muchiyamamritat Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandham Pushtivardhanam Purva Rukamiva Vandanam Mrityor Muchiyamamritat Om Shanti, 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 Om Peace, Peace, Peace.
I love the vibration of that.
Oh, thank you. We do that we do our mantras every morning. We do 3 hours of them. It's
my
like that's how we
God.
connect. Yeah, we love each other
Is
very.
it just tonal or are you speaking words?
Those are Sanskrit mantras that we both got from our Vedic practices under Swamis.
So it's the
So,
tone, right?
yeah, yeah. I'm an alto. You're what, a tenor? So just, but yeah, it's a
Beautiful.
thank
Yeah.
you, thank you. So, oh, you want us to harmonize? We do this every morning. I thought about doing like inviting you all to our mantra practices in the mornings. We go from 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. every morning with mantras and everything else. So, yeah. Anyways, so that's just a little taste of what Jonathan and I do every morning. I'm glad that you guys like it.
Wow.
We're going to be doing it for you guys tomorrow. And yes, thank you for putting Helen's link in the description, Venus. You're amazing.
Oh,
And
thank you. Thank you. If it
thank
were left up to me, it would never get there.
you.
You know what
Yeah.
it reminded me about a little bit of Gregorian chant.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, we're both musicians. Like I said, I'm a Danishta, so I'm a musician, and so Jonathan's also a musician. He
It
plays.
was just beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. And everyone's saying thank you. So we appreciate you guys so
Thank you,
much.
everybody. Yes. Same
Yeah.
here.
We're sending you all lots of love. And yeah, speaking of music, I hope you watch the outro. I'll see you guys next week and definitely check out Helen because she's got a lot of exciting things coming out. From Shakti and peace and love. Take care, everyone.
Sacred knowledge from the stars. Vedic truth heals ancient scars. Mantras clear the karmic way, bringing light to guide each day. Let the planets show their signs as the cards and stars combine. Ancient